is equal to a into t, where a is equal to 2 radian per second square. How soon after the beginning of rotation will the total acceleration vector of an arbitrary point of the body form an angle alpha is equal to 60 degree with its velocity vector? Okay, so let us take the body moves, a solid body moves in this circle. Let us take at this point, its normal acceleration will be along this direction, tangential acceleration will be in this direction, total acceleration will be along this direction, making an angle alpha to this tangential acceleration. This is the total acceleration, this is the normal acceleration, and this is the tangential acceleration. So tan alpha will be how much? Wn divided by wt mod. Okay, so tan alpha is equal to this much. In the question it is given that angular acceleration is beta is equal to a into t. Angular velocity, integrate this, that is okay 0 to let us say omega, and this is 0 to t. At initial point 0 the angular velocity let us say 0, and at time t the angular velocity will be let us say omega. So this will be omega is equal to a t square divided by 2. Okay, normal acceleration is equal to how much? Omega square into r, where r is the, this is the center let us say, so r is the radius vector. Omega square into r, omega is equal to a t square divided by 2. So a square t4 into r divided by 2 divided by 4. Okay, tangential acceleration is beta into r. So beta is equal to how much? A into t. This is a into t into r. Tan alpha is equal to how much? Normal acceleration divided by tangential acceleration. Normal acceleration is how much? A square t4 r divided by 4. Tangential acceleration is a t r. A t q divided by 4. We have to derive this time, that is how soon after the beginning of rotation with the total acceleration vector of an arbitrary point of the body form an angle alpha is equal to 60 degree to its velocity vector. Okay, this is like one of the previous problem which I have solved. The velocity vector is also in this direction, tangential acceleration vector is also in this direction, and total acceleration vector is in this direction, making an angle alpha to this tangential acceleration vector. So this angle alpha, which is made by the total acceleration vector with the velocity vector, also made by the total acceleration vector with tangential acceleration, because the tangential acceleration direction is also in the direction of velocity. Okay, so tan alpha is equal to how much? Normal acceleration divided by tangential acceleration. So alpha is given 60 degree. T we have to calculate. T is how much? 4 into tan 60 degree divided by a, 1 by 3. A is given in the question 2 radian per second square. Alpha is given for 60 degree. So you can calculate time. Okay. So the next question is, a solid body rotates with reacceleration about a stationary axis with an angular reacceleration beta proportional to root over of omega, where omega is the angular velocity. Find the mean angular velocity averaged over the whole time of rotation if at the initial moment of time its angular velocity was equal to omega naught. So in the question it is given that angular deacceleration is proportional to root over of omega, where omega is the angular velocity. That means beta is equal to k into root over of omega. This is, let us say, a proportionality constant. Okay, beta is equal to deacceleration minus d omega divided by dt is equal to k into root over of omega. D omega divided by is equal to minus k dt. Integrate it. At t is equal to 0 0, at initial moment the angular velocity was equal to how much? Omega naught. Let us say at time t, it will be omega. So this is root over of omega divided by 1 by 2. Omega naught, omega is equal to minus k into t. Okay? So this will be root over of omega minus root over of omega naught is equal to minus kt divided by 2. This is the relation we get. We have to find the mean angular velocity average over the whole time of rotation. So how can we calculate mean angular velocity? Okay? Omega is equal to how much? Whole square. That means this will be omega naught plus k square t square divided by 4 minus k into t into root over of omega naught. That is whole square plus whole square minus 2 into root over of omega naught into kt divided by 2. 2 cancel out, only this much left. So this is into dt divided by 0 to t. This will be t. Okay? How can I get the value of t? It is said that find the angular velocity average over the whole time of rotation. That means when the angular velocity comes to 0. So put here 0. That is when the body stops. So 0 is equal to minus kt divided by 2. So t will be how much? 2 into divided by k. So t will be this much. Put this here. This will be 2 root over of omega naught divided by k. This is also divided by k. Integrate this. This will be omega naught into t. T is here this much. So omega naught into t is okay. K square divided by 4. T square integration tq divided by 3 whole cube. tq means 8. Okay. Minus k into root over of omega t square divided by 2. So k divided by 2 square 4. Okay. Whole divided by 2 into root over of omega not divided by k. So this will be 2, 3, 2. K square, k cancel out. Here also k. So if we take 2 omega naught to the power 3 by 2 divided by k outside, 2 omega naught to the power 3 by 2 divided by k 1 plus this will be 1 by 3 minus this will be 1 divided by okay. The answer will be omega naught divided by 3. So we have found here the mean angular velocity average over the whole time of rotation is omega naught divided by 3. Okay. So the next question is a solid body rotates about a stationary axis so that its angular velocity depends on the rotation angle phi as omega is equal to omega naught minus a phi, where omega naught and a are positive constants. At the moment when t is equal to 0, the angle phi is equal to 0. Find the time dependence of the rotation angle and angular velocity. In the question, here the angular velocity depends on phi, but we have to calculate the time dependence of the angular velocity as well as the rotation angle. So in the question, it is given like this: Angular velocity I can write it as d phi divided by dt. So d phi divided by omega is equal to dt. d phi divided by omega value is, integrate it. When time t is equal to 0, the angle phi is 0, and when time t is t, it will be, let us take phi. So this will be ln omega naught minus a phi divided by a 0 to phi is equal to, this will be t, this is minus a. So minus a, take to this side, ln omega naught minus a phi minus ln omega naught minus 0 is equal to minus a into t. Okay, so this will be how much? Ln omega naught minus a phi divided by omega naught is equal to minus a into t. So this will be omega naught minus a phi divided by omega naught is equal to e to the power minus at. I can write it like this. We have to calculate here the rotation angle, that is phi. So omega naught minus a phi is equal to omega naught into e to the power minus at. A phi is equal to omega naught 1 minus e to the power minus at. Phi is equal to omega naught divided by a 1 minus. So here the rotation angle depends on time, and omega naught and a are constant, positive constant. Okay, next we have to calculate the angular velocity. Differentiate this phi with respect to time, you can get the angular velocity with time dependence. So d phi divided by dt, this will be 0 minus omega naught divided by a e to the power minus at into, this will be minus a. Okay, so this will be minus into minus plus omega naught a cancel out into e to the power minus at. So this is the angular velocity with time dependence. Omega naught and a is constant, we know. Okay, so this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.